You need to shut the fuck up.
Hey, motherfuckers. This is Minx. Suck my balls.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Hi, Lieutenant. How are you doing? Aw, did you find your land nav point, Lieutenant? Good job, Lieutenant. You get a
Expert Action Badge.
put on your uniform right,
Expert Action Badge.
show up to work on time,
Expert Action Badge.
qualify on your weapon,
Expert Action Badge. Badge of Action.
find your guide on.
Expert Action Badge.
That's right. Just doing your noble warrior task and drills, you get a
Expert Action Badge.
Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
Please enjoy the show. Shots.
Shit in a bag, Pogue. Badge of Action. The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio. Action Badge.
Cartman!
This is Randy Couture, and you're listening to WTF Nation Radio.
Friday Night Freedom. I'm your host, Minx. I'm joined with Pookie and with Spurs. Hello! I have not seen everybody in a goddamn week. I'm excited to be here. Holy shitballs. I'm excited to be back. I was out sick on Tuesday. I know you can't really tell because my voice is back. However, it has been gone all week. Hello, everybody.
Let's go. What's going
all
on?
Like hyped up and shit. Like, wow, I get to fucking broadcast and shit. Oh my god. Hello.
Did you do something new with your hair?
I dyed it like a while ago, a couple weeks ago.
It looks good.
Thanks, man. I enjoy it. I like the red. Oh, hi,
It's a good look on
David. Oh, yeah, no, I like the red. It was between red or purple, and I went with red. So, you know.
Should have went with feminist blue.
Right? It was, oh, dude, okay. So it was like, okay, so I do have, like a turquoise in my Amazon, like, shopping cart, like, just waiting for like me to be like, yes, bye. So yeah. So yeah.
Did they not have Pussy Hat Pink on the shelf?
One, I'm not a feminist. Like, let's get that just straight right out the goddamn gate right now, Spurs. I know. I know. Yeah. No trigger. I know we haven't worked together yet. However. I'm not a feminist. Well, okay, I'm not a feminist in like this new age, like bullshit, like wave that's coming about. I'm more of the traditional sense where I'm like, yeah, no, equality, where I'm like, hey, men should have equal rights that women have, you know? So I guess in a way I'm more of a menist and not a feminist.
So you would say you're more of an equalist.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That would be correct. Yeah.
I like
it. Yeah, that would be correct. Where's Ice? Ice has the night off. He doesn't fucking broadcast on Fridays. If you were paying attention to housekeeping yesterday, you would know that. God damn it. Hold on. Let me do my fucking Cartman noise for you. Because obviously someone's fucking retarded.
Cartman!
Fucking idiot.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
You just come out cutting people right off the bat.
I'm fucking feisty as fuck tonight. No, okay. Fucking cause. Men should be able to breastfeed wherever they want. Well, men do have nipples, so I mean, technically. And fun fact: men can get breast cancer. So, little known fact, it can happen. So, men, check your titties. Mm-hmm.
I was doing that too, but you can't see me doing it. So.
No, okay. So, like, the reason why I'm so goddamn feisty is with all of this shit that's been going on. Do I always start off my show with beheadings? Not always. I will have to say, not always. I haven't broadcast in a week now. I missed Tuesday because I was sick. I thought I had the flu. And I, like, you know, I had a fever, chills, body aches, sore, swollen throat, like, and like, already, like, I know, like, I've got a fucking, like, a huge fucking throat, like, neck as it is, like, it's a, like, you know, I don't know, like, okay, in the category of, like, graceful, feminine necks, I lack that, like, you know, like, let's just be honest with ourselves here. I don't have a giraffe's neck. Like, it's short and it's kind of stubby. And, like, in The Lord of the Rings, I would be a hobbit, right? I'm not an elf. I'm a hobbit. And so, like, you know, and so, like, my neck's fucking, like, swollen. And, yeah, it was the plague. It was, Adrian. And so, like, okay, so I go to work on Tuesday, even though, like, you know, my throat's, like, pretty much, like, swollen shut. I'm like, oh, I'm fine. And so I get through my first surgery, and, like, I'm visibly, like, shaking throughout the whole case. I'm like, I'm freezing, but I'm fine. It's okay. I can get through this. I was in the army. I'm tough. It's fucking ridiculous. And, like, at the end of the case, I, like, wrap myself in, like, 5 fucking warm blankets that are, like, 130 degrees. And I'm like, I'm still fucking freezing. And my manager was like, you need to go home. And I was like, all right, fine. And so I go to urgent care the next day because my temp had spiked up to 102. And so I go to the urgent care because, you know, again, this is not an emergency. So I don't go to the goddamn ER and clog that fucking lane because I'm not an idiot. So I go to the urgent care and nobody's there. It's amazing. I'm in and out within like 15 minutes. It was awesome. So I go there. They swab my nose, check me for flu. It's negative. Then they're like, all right, well, let's swab your throat, see if you got strep. I'm like, all right, right? And so they fucking like go down in there, swab my, like, what would be my tonsils, but those have been taken out since I was 6. And, nope, negative on strep. And so then they're like, well, you just apparently have, like, just this viral sore throat thing going on. And I'm like, all right. And before any of you nasty fuckers say anything, no, I was not sucking a dirty dick. Like, let's just get that out of the way right now, all right? I've not been sucking anyone's dirty dick. Should have just called 911 like everybody else. Fuck it. Yeah, you're right. I should have. But yeah, so I got a shot of Decadron in my ass, which let me tell you how much fun that is. So Decadron, for those of you who don't know, is a steroid, and it burns like a motherfucker. And it's one of those, like, hurts so good. Come on, baby, make it hurt so good. And you're like, oh, yes. Like, oh, God, yeah. It's one of those moments where you're just like, yes. But at the same time, you're like, fuck my life. That really stings. Ugh. So, yeah. So that happened on Wednesday. And then, like, I still had yesterday off from work. And then today was my first day back, and they stuck me in plastic surgery. But yeah, so I've been on bed rest, like, pretty much the entire week, and I'm fucking antsy as fuck. But I've been getting into, like, Facebook debates with people all week about all the shit that's been going on last week down in Florida. And, goodness. Oh my goodness. Apparently, there's some people out there who are under the impression that the Second Amendment no longer applies to the world today. And
It doesn't?
yeah, apparently not. And I was like, if you honestly think that, then you have no idea the importance of, I don't know, the first or any of the others, because without the second, you can't enforce any of them. And they're like, well, the founding fathers had they weren't intending for, AR-15s and, handguns. And I was like, oh, so you're talking about fucking muzzle loading muskets, fixed bayonets, tally ho, governor. Is that what you're talking about? And they're like, yeah, that's what the founding fathers are talking about. I'm like, wrong. And they were like, this isn't a revolution right now. And, the Second Amendment only has to deal with the fact that it was going on during the American Revolution. And I'm like, again, you're wrong. You're just wrong. All around, you're just wrong. And I was like, the whole point of the Second Amendment is to protect yourself from your own government. Let's not forget that. The little clause at the very end of the Second Amendment, where it says to protect yourself from your own government. That little clause right there.
Okay.
Okay. And then I got it. And then I got into it with another douche. Yeah, exactly, Joe. Derp. I really wish I had this sound that I could have just shoved in this dude's face.
Cartman!
Mostly be like, you're an idiot. And then I got into another. It was a very peaceful debate. We kept. There was no name calling, which was rather surprising, considering it was quite obvious where he stood, and it was very obvious where I stood on the subject. But he was thoroughly convinced that the AR in AR-15 stood for a assault rifle. And right. I was like, no. That's just not true.
I actually lost a friend this week on Facebook because of debates like this.
Are you serious?
Got blocked. They blocked me without saying anything, and then 2 days later at 2:15 in the morning, I got a fuck you, you're the worst person ever text message.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Over what?
Because I was saying, I actually said, I'm not going to be guilted by emotions to change my view of the Second Amendment. I'm not going to, made to be feel guilty about somebody else doing horrific things to change our constitutional rights, our God-given rights. So yeah, that's fine. If you're not man enough, if you're not adult enough to have a conversation without being that way, cool. I don't need you in my life.
Yeah.
You said something earlier that actually cracks me up is the same people that are saying that it's only intended for muskets and muzzle loaders and shit like that are using the internet
right
to debate and utilize their First Amendment right.
Right. I'm pretty sure that the founding fathers had no idea about the interwebs when they wrote the First Amendment. Excuse me, you're violating the First Amendment. So the first, the founding fathers were not thinking about the internet when they were writing the Constitution, okay? So your First Amendment rights do not apply to the internet, obviously.
Yeah. Pull out the old wooden press and the quill and ink and write a sternly written letter towards me if you feel that way.
Make sure that shit's in cursive too, because nobody printed back then. That shit was all in fucking cursive.
Yeah. Quill and ink.
Quill and ink.
Dab, dab, scribble.
Ooh, Christopher brings up a good point. Liberals hate guns but love killing babies.
Can I go back on that though?
Ooh.
I don't think liberals. I think a lot of young liberals now, and it's been shown that a lot of the young liberals out there today are actually pro Second Amendment.
Like
They're-
Antifa?
No, more like small government, pro, constitutional rights, and what I've seen, at least from what I've been seeing on reading different aspects of thing on across the board on the internet.
Right. Fucking Spanky almost made me spit my drink out of my nose. Probably not thinking about porn when they wrote the first either. You're probably not wrong, Spanky. I'm pretty sure no one was thinking about porn when they wrote the First Amendment.
I don't know. They were some kinky bastards back then.
Right? They were. Right? Franklin had syphilis. Let's all remember that. He loved to frequent the whorehouses. He did. Like, fucking, it's true. It's science. Like... Oh my god.
So.
Right. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so like my whole thing is like I kind of what's it? I kind of have an idea on how we can kind of fix this whole like school shooter thing. And that is to, I don't know, fucking arm teachers, right? But not all of them. Because then, then it's going to be almost like, these schools are a prison. But if teachers are already and then that's going to add costs. And teachers already don't make a lot, right? And like they're already and teachers are already having to buy their own supplies for their classrooms and everything. So here's where it kind of becomes like a compromise almost. So teachers that already have their concealed handler's license, right? Their CHLs, like let them fucking carry into school, into class. Don't make it known who they are, right? Because that's going to fucking give it away. And then you just fucking put a little sign out in front, and it's almost like the Hunger Games, right? Where you're like, hey, so there's a group of teachers like and staff on campus who are trained and who are armed and who will fire back if this campus falls under attack. May the odds ever be in your favor. And then just, leave it at that. And if, let shit handle itself. Okay, so I almost got into it with a friend that I went to high school with who, he's a teacher now, apparently. And he was like, I'm so glad apparently he's got dual citizenship, which I didn't fucking know. But he's like, I'm so glad I have dual citizenship because I will never fire upon a child, blah, blah, blah. Like, I will never fire a weapon at a child. I was like, if that child's pointing a weapon at you and firing at you, I'm pretty sure you would. Like, because at that point, like, are they a child? No, they're a fucking threat. And what do? You fucking eliminate the threat. But I don't know, maybe that's just me and, like, that's my mentality. But, like, if I were a teacher, like, I don't fucking care. Like, those kids are under my protection. Like, if a threat's coming out, those under my protection, I'm going to go after the threat, and I'm going to make sure it's fucking taken care of. But that's just me, and apparently I have bigger balls than my fucking friend. So, sorry. Not sorry.
Yeah, my senior came home today from school, and they were talking about in their economics class, and the teacher was like, well, I don't know if that's a good idea. And another student was like, well, I wouldn't want to be there, if the teacher was armed, because what if the teacher shot me? And my son just sat there and shook his head. And then he's like, I don't get it. I don't get why they think that they would be carrying around a a rifle on their chest like it's, a military thing. No, it's a concealed weapon. You would never know. But that's the part about it is, if it is known that teachers are carrying, which ones? If I come around a corner as a bad guy, that's I'm not going to know the threat, and I'm going to be dead.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's exactly the point of having your staff conceal carry. One, it's the point of it, like, one, it's gonna, like, one is gonna keep your kids in line. Like, hey, don't fuck up in class because you don't know which teacher's gonna conceal, and they might pistol whip you across the face. Like, we don't know. Right? I mean, there's fucking shenanigans, right? But at the same time, exactly like you said, if a threat's coming around the school, like, especially down the school hallway, if they're rounding corners, they don't know which teacher is going to be rounding corners back looking for them. And, like, looking to meet them with resistance. And, that's the biggest thing, is that's exactly why people choose these gun-free zones to shoot up, because there is no resistance. Because there's nobody there to shoot back at them. So if you have someone there to shoot back, you're gonna fucking not have these instances as often. Because these fucking people are cowards.
Yes, like when was the last time there was a mass shooting at a police station?
Right? Yeah.
Like, never, I don't think.
Right? Mm.
It was a really nice comment.
Right? What is your... I feel like we're in 300 right now.
What's that?
Ice's comment, what is your profession? I'm a teacher. What the fuck, Nation Radio? What is your profession?
Oh.
Like, I feel like I'm part of, like, fucking Sparta now. Like, yes?
I am Sparta.
Right? Hell yeah. Can I fucking Sparta kick a bitch? Oh, and then when I read today, that school had a fucking security officer who was armed.
Mm-hmm.
And then decided to hide outside the school while this whole incident took place.
It gets even a little deeper than that. CNN released something earlier, today actually. There was apparently 4 deputies from that county just chilling outside by their cars, like with their guns drawn, not going inside.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? There was 4 of them not going inside?
Yeah.
All
Police went in.
Well, the Broward County deputies were outside. I guess another county showed up, and they were questioning, like, why the hell are these guys just chilling outside with their weapons drawn? Go in and eliminate the target.
What the actual fuck? Like, why?
Well,
They're reviewing the tapes right now, going through it. But I guess that when the city cops showed up, the city cops pushed in, and another set of state or county cops from a different region came, and they all went in quickly. But they all saw the one school resource officer and then the responding officers from the sheriff's department never went in.
But somehow this is all going to be President Trump's fault.
Oh, it is.
Somehow this is all President Trump's fault. Somehow.
Yeah. And Rubio's. Don't forget Rubio, because they slaughtered him the other night at that town hall for no reason.
Oh, speaking of that town hall, did you see that the one kid who was in the JR OTC program was not allowed to participate? Because...
The scripted questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, everything's getting so fishy right now. It's so... Ooh, Pookie, we need our tinfoil. God, I love a good conspiracy theory. Aw, hi, Dale. Thank you.
I got my conspiracies.
John Lupo says, I have a cousin who was a sheriff's deputy. What other schools in the county he worked in required to... the schools in the county he worked in required him to check his gun in the office in order to get an unruly student out of the classroom. Dude, fuck that.
Fuck that.
Right? I agree, Princess Ice. That is fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. And then Christopher brings us back to Vegas, right? What's come out of Vegas? Nothing. Everything's gotten really quiet about that. Just like everything's gonna get really quiet about this. Give it a couple months. Give it a week or two. It's gonna get super quiet. Oh, but these kids. Hold on. I do have a question about these fucking kids. Why the fuck are they out of class marching? 1. 2. I don't know when sophomores in high school became constitutional experts to where they can lecture me about anything on the Constitution, because I know for a fact I didn't learn anything about the goddamn Constitution until I was in the fucking senior in high school when I took a government class.
Huh.
Right? Weird. Why is a 16-year-old lecturing me about the goddamn Constitution? You don't have enough goddamn life experience, child. You sit the fuck down.
Wasn't Congress just recently talking about Tide Pods being regulated because these kids were eating them, and now all of a sudden these kids can dictate Second Amendment rights?
Right? Yeah. No. You sit the fuck down. You try not to eat laundry detergent because it looks too much like candy, apparently, for you. And you let the adults handle adult issues.
So, I get, in the whole aspect of things, you're more than welcome. You've been through a crisis now. You can talk and get through it and tell us about your experience in a very traumatic way. It'll help you heal. It'll help the nation heal. It's a crisis. You are now a method in the madness there. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't make you an expert on weapons.
No, not at all.
God.
I mean, you know, and let's think about it though, because right now, okay, so right now in sophomore in high school, they are in social studies. So right now they're learning about the different types of government, right? 16-year-old, like right now they're learning about communism and socialism. And so to a 16-year-old, what is the best style of government? As far as they are aware, socialism and or communism, because that makes the most sense to them. Because to them, that means everything is equal, everything is fair. They don't have enough life experience to realize that that shit doesn't fucking work, ever. It has never worked. It will never work. And that it only exists in fucking fairy tales, because it can never, nothing can ever be fully equal across the board. But that's what they're learning right now. That's what they're fucking learning in fucking social studies right now. And they're learning in like world history right now, and like, you know, the history of ancient China and like all the freaking different dynasties and shit.
Well, and then on the flip side of it, you know, I think most kids grow up in a dictatorship. My kids do. I run this shit, and you're going to listen to what I say. You get what I give you, and that's the way it is. And then in their senior year, they learn about, you know, the rest of how the real world works, supposedly.
But see, not everyone's like that, though. Like, a lot of these new age parents, I guess you could call them, are more about, and I say that, but, you know, they've got kids the same age as yours, but they raise them to be
feelings.
Yeah, you know, and like, oh, I'm going to be their friend. I'm not going to be their parent. And like, I'm going to be the cool parent, and, you know, I'm going to be their friend first, and, you know, I'm going to be the cool mom, and, you know, I'm going to let them do whatever they want, and there are no rules. And so they don't have fucking boundaries or realistic expectations on fucking anything. Which is why they need emotional support hamsters at 21.
Or peacocks.
Llama.
It's true. Rest in peace, Pebbles. Oh, Pebbles. Taken from us way too soon.
Dale, you're correct. They can't even pick a bathroom.
Right. Exactly.
That's very true.
Right? God damn. Like, they want to fucking... Exactly, Dale. They want to tell us how we should rewrite the goddamn Constitution, but they can't pick which fucking bathroom they want to use. Like, does anyone else have a problem with this? Like, hello? Like, just me? Hello?
It's interesting how people's aspects and looks on life is, in their early, late teens, early 20s, mid 20s, they're more socialist. And then they get to the workforce and then they start earning money. And then over time, they suddenly become more conservative. And they realize that I don't want to give away all this money that we have now made. Doesn't that just... And then but it's amazing how they have grown into this more conservative type person. We don't need to give away our stuff to everybody else when we've kicked our own asses for it. People, kids these days.
I know. So I can't remember who said it, but if you're young and not a liberal, you don't have a heart, and if you're old and still a liberal, you're brainless.
Yeah. I've read that somewhere too. Again. Tina, you big fat lard, get over here and eat your food.
Oh.
Gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I have a t-shirt that says that. Oh my gosh.
I'm glad I grabbed my big whiskey tonight.
Right? I told you I got fired up. I was all like ready to go. Oh my god, I almost got into it at work today, actually. Like, one of my coworkers, and like, she was, I get it. Like, she actually has like a school-aged kid, and like, she was just so like hyper emotional about it. And I get it. Like, you've got a kid who could possibly like be in this situation. However, like, if we're trying to have a fucking civil conversation about something like this, like, you being hyper emotional and shutting me down on my opinion and not letting me get a word in and like waving your hand all up in my face, like, now I'm just gonna get pissed off and I'm gonna want to cut you. It was like the whole time I was just like, just eat my mozzarella stick.
Thanks. Put the scalpel down.
I was like, eat your mozzarella stick, Minx. I was like, it's not worth it, because it would have just been bad. But I know you want to rant right now, Spurs.
Mm-hmm. It's been stewing since about 10:30 last night.
I know. Let the hate flow through you.
Let it flow.
Let it flow.
So, USA.
No, let it flow. Let it flow.
All right. Well, last night, I suffer from the great almighty PTSD. So, I have learned over the years to find a good something to watch to calm my mind as I'm trying to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And, Netflix was my choice last night, and I get on there and I see, I'll just get a new stand-up comedy. Go through there, start looking. Chris Rock has a new one. All right, let's see what he's got, right? Pop that thing on there, and not 3 minutes into this thing, he makes the statement of, I want to see more white kids shot. I want to see more white women, mothers crying on TV to even it out like the blacks. I could not. And mind you, this on Netflix, who's sponsoring it? Their name is across the top of it. Was put out on the day that this high school shooting happened, Valentine's Day. And all I'm sitting here thinking is, are you serious? Are you fucking serious? Are you serious enough that you want to go out there and say you want kids shot? You want cops to go and shoot people? How about no, we don't want anybody getting shot? You know, I'm an almost 40-year-old white male. If I had said that, I would have been flayed, skinned, turned upside down, inside out, across every corner of this earth. But no, it's okay for a black man to say that. That's a double standard, and it's bullshit. And you know what, Chris Rock? If you ever hear this, apologize. Apologize to the nation for being divisive.
Ooh.
So,
dude, no, you're not wrong. If you had said that, you would have been freaking blood eagled.
Yep.
Freaking. So anyone who doesn't know what blood eagling is, so it's a fun little thing that the Vikings used to do to make a statement. It was almost like a shock and awe type of thing, where the person having this done to them, because again, this is not this is definitely a thing of torture. This is done to somebody. They were restrained down, and they were on their knees, and their arms were, secured down on their side. Their back was filleted open, down to their muscles. Their ribs were then broken and, peeled off, exposing their lungs, which were then pulled out of their, thoracic cavity, and where they slowly suffocated. Blood eagle. That's what would have fucking happened to you if you had said that. But, fucking reversed.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. And why is it okay for somebody to get away from? I mean, it's we're having these discussions on the Second Amendment, and they have the right to say all this stuff through the First Amendment, correct?
Yeah.
No, that is inciting killing of kids.
But only a specific race of kids, which is racist. But no, it can't be racist because he was black. So.
Oh, I was about to say hate speech, maybe.
Hate, no, because it's against white people. So.
Yeah, that's not hate if it's against whites.
Oh, I get that. So in Nazi Germany, it was okay to say whatever you wanted about the Jews, but damn. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Right? I don't know. I completely agree with you, Spurs. Though the hypocritical double standards of our society right now, is appalling. Especially when it comes to speech. And how one side can apparently say whatever they want and get away with it, but the other side has to constantly watch what they say.
Oh, but they're oppressed, right?
Just for the fear of being labeled something that they're not.
supposedly they're oppressed, and this millionaire that's made it, and I've done my research on this guy, after reading this, and I've gone back. He was born in 1965. He moved to New York, and for a lot of his childhood, he was taken to a white predominant school where he was bullied, but then decided to go more to inner city. So he grew up in an affluent household.
Yeah.
He was not oppressed. He now is a millionaire. So what? Why would you say why? Because your skin is darker than mine, so now you want my kid to get shot? No, nobody should get shot. And unless you're this asshole that's down here in this school that's shooting up other kids, that's when you should get shot.
Yeah.
Killers and people breaking the law that are threatening lives, those are the ones. But nobody else. Nobody else needs to get shot. Whether you're white, black, purple, green, blue, I don't care. But, don't be a dickweed and call for the killing of my kids.
Right. Well, maybe if you're green, because if you're green, then I'm going to assume you're a zombie, and then I'm going to shoot you just because you're green.
I bet you I shoot them first.
Probably. You live up in the area where it's probably going to happen first, so...
Yep. Shh. We in the Pacific Northwest don't. Yeah, we've got the vampires and the werewolves too. Remember?
Oh, that's right.
Ah,
They
yes.
sparkle up there and everything.
Didn't you all just learn how to pump your own gas?
Only a few of us.
Oh yeah, how's that going, Spurs? How's pumping your own gas going?
It's
Is it
I
difficult?
haven't had to do it yet.
You haven't had to do it yet?
No. See, the thing about it was, it was only it only affected rural areas. I wish it had affected the rest of us. I really do, because it's during the rainy season when it happened. And oh my God, if people actually had to get out of their cars to do this, it would have been awesome. They would have been like imploding. Their windbreakers might have gotten wet and they might have melted. It would have washed away all the sweet snowflakes and the sugar plum fairies, and it might have been a better area.
So pumping your own gas has only affected rural Oregon, but not like...
Yeah, not the major metropolis where everybody lives.
Okay, so then what was the big hullabaloo about?
I don't know. I don't know.
What the fuck is wrong with your state, man?
Oh, don't get me started.
Good Lord.
Do not get me started on this fucking place.
They were all scared of getting robbed at gunpoint.
Y'all had
Oh, no. It's okay, because if you go and you know that somebody has a gun here and they might be crazy, you can call the cops and say, I heard that they might be crazy, and then the cops can come and take all of your weapons.
But
without due process.
Will they do that, though? Because they seem to have a history of not doing that. Looking at you, FBI. Oh, calling you out, bitches. My house is probably going to get seized now. Worth it!
I'm going to go hide mine now.
Bitch asses out. No, I fucking am. I'm so fucking pissed at the FBI right now. Ugh.
Spanky, Oregon does have issues. We have great mustard, though.
Dude, what is it with people from Oregon and their goddamn mustard? Like, no, okay, seriously. No, seriously. Like, okay, no, I've got a friend who lives literally, like, right down the street from me who is from Oregon. And dear, sweet baby Jesus. One, he made me a Timberwolves fan, right? Is that your guys' soccer team? I don't fucking know.
Timberwolves?
I don't fucking know. Or Timber, I don't fucking...
Timbers, thank you very
Timbers,
much. And I don't give a shit about goddamn soccer. That's a European thing.
I don't know. All I know is that he made me an honorary, like, fan. And I was like, okay. So, yeah. So, I'm a Timber fan now, which, all right, whatever. But yeah, oh my God. He's like, the mustard is so amazing in Oregon. I'm like, who fucking gives a rat's ass about fucking mustard? Like, who the fuck cares?
It's tasty.
And cheese.
I like
and oh
mustard.
my God. And he's obsessed. Exactly, Spanky. And cheese. He's obsessed. Obsessed with cheese and craft beer.
Yeah, we're like this little pseudo new age Germany thing. We got good cheese and beer and wine and really big snowflake bitches.
And apparently there's crack in your mustard.
I will neither confirm nor deny that. Mom.
I like mustard and biscuits.
Mustard and biscuits?
It's such a random combination.
Yeah, it's a
pregnant?
reference to a movie, but okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Which movie?
Sling Blade.
Oh, I've never seen that.
I'll have to go and watch it.
Oh, you know what I just watched actually, or rewatched again for, finally after a long not watching it?
What?
Freaking Super Troopers. Oh my God, I was dying. Like, I have not seen that movie in years, and I was dying. Like, how you feeling? Good enough to fuck your mother? Oh my God, I about pissed myself. Oh my God.
Amanda, do not go to any Oregon. You can come to Oregon anytime, but don't go to Oregon. That goes back to our last conversation about exposing lungs.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't expose organs, but you can go to Oregon. So are you
Dog
You have
balls
bad
mustard
dysentery.
sauce.
dog balls mustard? Is that what your mustard's called?
I thought it was puppy testicles. They're Spanky.
Does
No?
it actually have testicles in it?
Probably. It's the crack.
That's disgusting.
So, speaking of movies, did you know that I think it was Wayne's World just turned like 26 or 27?
Ugh. I'm getting old.
Yeah, I keep seeing these things on Facebook, and I'm like, oh my
Right?
God, I'm getting old. It's fuck.
Right? I
Legend
know.
of Zelda came out 32 years ago. Like, are you fucking shitting me?
Oh, it's fat dog. Spanky says it's fat dog for fuck's sake.
Fat dog, for fuck's sake.
She's
Dog
getting,
balls.
She's getting so mad, you guys. I don't appreciate you triggering Spanky like this with food, okay? How dare you guys trigger my Spanky like this? Who the hell do you think you guys are? No, I love it. Just kidding. Keep it going. I love seeing her triggered.
Skinny puppy testicles.
Fat dog! I hope she's actually yelling it at her house. just because I know the girl's gonna be like, why are you yelling, Mom? And it's gonna be so awesome.
It's good stuff. Grr.
Oh my God, it's gonna be amazing. I've missed this.
Sad thing about it, though, I mean, I've been looking around trying to get the mustard for Spanky, and I think they went out of business.
No.
Yeah, like I Googled their page and everything, and like page 404 not found, and they were with we have these stores all around that said made in Oregon, in the airport and stuff. Yeah, they don't carry it anymore.
No.
I think she is just shit out of luck with the dog ball mustard.
Oh, Spanky. You can't tell her that, dude. Now her heart's gonna be broken, and I can't have you breaking her heart like that. Like,
Sorry,
one,
Spanky.
rude. Like, that's just mean.
I apologize.
We need a Spanky and Mink show. I'm going to swallow more beer. Well, Spanky.
Cartman!
I am so surprised our chat isn't blowing up with like fingers flipped off in our faces.
I know, right? I think it's amazing. I hope
What's up, Doug?
Freaking, I hope she's snort like. Oh, freaking. There's a tear. Wait, it's a tear.
A tear in my bear.
Is it a tear in my bear or a tear in my beer? Oh my God, I've missed this so much. I don't think you guys even know. I'm having such a good night.
Well, we wanted to welcome you back correctly.
Right? Oh, this is amazing. Fucking hell. Oh, we have a guest tonight.
It's about that time.
Yeah, it's almost break time.
Oh.
Yeah, it is about break time. So, yeah. So we're going to go on a break real quick, and when we come back, we are going to have Scott Morrison from Operation Supply Drop. So, everybody hang tight, and when we come back, like I said, I just fucking told you who we'd come back with. So, yeah. Shots, and we will see you here in a couple minutes. So hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back with more Friday Night Freedom. We'll be right back.
Shots.
Broadcasting live from the basement of a Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Days on the farm, it just comes naturally. Daylight to dark is not for the typical man. Just a backwoods country boy, proud of who I am. Proud of who I am. Proud of who I am. Well, and get you some. Let's get you some. out to the big sandbox. Just some good old boys and me, some lady, some night. Well, the price of freedom, son, it don't come free. I guess that's why the good Lord chose me. This here's my rifle, this here's my gun. Let's get 'em, boys, come on, and get you some. Let's get you some. And I'll fire all my rounds downrange till the enemy hits the sand. Yes, sir, I knew exactly what I was doing when I swore to Uncle Sam. If you don't like the way I'm living, just remember that it's for you. I'm a redneck camel wearing son of a gun. I'm a redneck camel wearing son of a gun for the red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. We do it for you, 'cause that's what we do.
I think this was October's because it had this the skull.
All right, we're back. Are you ladies done?
Yeah.
Ladies done? All right, we're Spurs and our guest Scott were chatting it up. Even though I was like,
Yeah.
hey, we're coming back. But that's all right. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to part 2 of Friday Night Freedom. I'm your host Minx, and I'm with Spurs and Pookie, or Pookie and Spurs, and we're joined with Scott Morrison. Hello, Scott.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing out there?
Doing good. How are you?
I am doing awesome. It's a beautiful Texas day out down here, and it can't ask for a better day.
Oh, you're in Texas?
Yes, ma'am, right outside of San Antonio.
Oh my God. Okay, so I'm in Texas as well, and I'm a bit north of you. And oh my goodness, so I'm driving home this evening, and it's like the fucking Mist or something, like one of those like corny, creepy movies where it's like, you know, Children of the Mist or like Creature of the Mist or like something Mist, right? Because there's fucking like this fog mist shit just everywhere, and like I'm expecting this creature to come like swoop out of nowhere and like scoop up a couple cars and like throw them across the freeway, and I'm like, this is about to happen. That's kind of weather we're having up here.
For the rest of the country, I think that's called a tornado.
Yeah. Right. I don't know.
Well, it wasn't that bad down here. Actually, it's a beautiful day. I went out and played golf with some other veterans, and I had shorts on. It was a very nice day.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, it's rainy and cold up here. And seriously, I'm only like 3 hours north of you. This is some bullshit. Ugh,
You had
Texas.
You had a Dallas or Houston?
I am a little north of Austin.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, good. Yeah, we're based out of Austin, so I get up there. Actually, I was up there last night at the Commissioner's Veterans Committee up there. They're talking about opening a one-stop shop for veterans up there, and we were putting in our 2 cents to get some space in there so that we can help the community veterans up in the Austin area. So it was good stuff.
All right, so what exactly is Operation Supply Drop for those of our listeners who don't know?
Well, Operation Supply Drop, we're a global chapter-based veteran service organization. We're a 501c3. We provide relevant and relatable and sustainable impact for our military community through our social, professional, and service-oriented programs. Since 2010, we've impacted over 600,000 members of our military community through our many programs, and we have about 6 programs that we run right now. But if you want to put it in layman terms, we're a veterans support organization that really puts everything we have into helping our active military, their families, our veterans, and the communities at large through our programs.
That's awesome. So how did you guys get started?
Well, actually, we got started in 2010. The founder was a captain in the military, and he was overseas playing his little Game Boy. And when he came back, he had other people over there, other soldiers that wanted support. I don't know. I'm kind of older than you guys, I'm sure. When I was over in Desert Storm, Sony Walkmans, the Sony Corporation sent us Walkmans, and we thought that was the best thing ever. We could listen to our cassette tapes, out there.
I remember those.
Yeah. But we started sending over our legacy program, which is our supply drops. We started sending over video game consoles and games, and we still do that today. We've impacted about hundreds of thousands of soldiers. I mean, we send them all the time. Wouldn't it be nice to be downrange and you get 2 PlayStation 4s and 10 games apiece and 4 or 6 controllers so you can play with all your buddies. So that's really the legacy program that we started. But once the guys started coming back from overseas, they wanted to start paying forward too, And so we started our other programs, and I'm actually the director for our global community operations. And so I'm in charge of all of our teams, which are across the United States. We have a team up in Canada. We have one in the UK in the Wales area. We have one in Vicenza, Italy, one in Stuttgart, Germany. Mm-hmm. And what we do is we bring all of our veterans in, and we do gaming tournaments with them. We do community service. Up in Austin, we clean streets up in Austin. We go out and play putt golf or top golf or whatever. So we really get these guys to pay back forward, and we have our social events, and it actually brings the guys back in where they have a community of fellow veterans and civilians. We try to go 50-50 to get them reintegrated into society. But, when I retired, I did 27 plus years in the military. When I retired and came back to Guadalupe County, I had absolutely 0 friends, from my Fort Bragg area down here. Yeah. And so it really OSD helps me out a lot because it puts me around other veterans and kind of socializes me back out in the community, because everybody knows being in the military is almost like being institutionalized. So when you get out of the jail system, if you will, it's you need a little push to get back into society,
Yeah.
So, and I'm up here in the Pacific Northwest, but my wife and I are looking to move down to Texas. Are there volunteer opportunities for veterans to come and help and also be around? I find, and that's why I joined up here on WTF Nation Radio, is the opportunity to be around my fellow veterans. Is there opportunities with Operation Supply Drop?
Oh, definitely. What we've done is when I first took over, I guess in 2015-ish or so, when I retired, I took over the chapter program, the teams program, if you will. And we were just individual teams, and there was like 37 teams. Well, there was probably 31 teams when I started off. We got up to 37. We're down a little lower than that, but it was hard to manage them all. So what we've done is gone into regions. So anybody out there can punch in on Facebook. We have groups and pages, but you can punch in OSD like Southeast or OSD Southwest, OSD Northeast, OSD Northwest, OSD Texas. And in there, we have our group page that you can ask to join and see everything that's going on within that region. And then we got our pages, and obviously we got operationsupply.drop.org that you can go to. But yes, we're always looking for members and to go out. I mean, in Austin alone, we've done so much. We really get back to community. We collaborate with every other nonprofit out there. We're not one of those nonprofits that just hold our membership to ourselves and don't want anybody else to know, who's on our team. We push people out. I don't care if we're doing a water water station for the upcoming Baton Death March out at White Sands, where you're fielding a team out there. We completely sponsored 5 veterans out of the Dallas area, but plus we're going to be doing some of the backside support for them. But yeah, there's all kinds of opportunities, and even when people call us up and say, "Hey, I got this great idea. I'd like to help out Red, White, and Blue. They're doing a 10K, and I want to do a water job. Will OSD help me out? Heck yeah, we'll help you out. We'll provide everything for them. So we're all about, no matter, there's no box for us. We're outside the box of helping our communities and our veterans.
That's outstanding.
I know you said you do like gaming tournaments. What kind of like gaming tournaments do you do? I'm like the nerd here, so I'm sorry.
Well, actually, and I'm going to be upfront and honest with you. We have a whole division that are gamers. I'm not a gamer. I'm 54 years old, so I'm not a huge gamer. But we have a whole streaming side of our house that's kind of disengaged from me, if you will. But we stream on Twitch TV. We have our own Twitch TV OSD station that we stream on. But we've streamed all over the place. But we do gaming tournaments, and what's hugely popular is the WTBs. We'll do like a Madden tournament, or we'll do a Halo tournament, or we'll do whatever, and we'll bring in prizes from. We're very fortunate to be sponsored by a whole lot of game developers and a whole lot of Sony and Microsoft that we get all kinds of prizes, and we'll take them down to WTB, which if you can win a Xbox One or a PlayStation or the newest coolest controllers, we bring these guys out and we'll feed them pizza and let them play their gaming tournaments. And I'll tell you what, I'm not really into it, but it is a hoot to watch these young guys out there. And, they really appreciate us coming out and giving them support. If you can hand them an $85 controller or a $80 game or a $300 console, they really love it,
That's awesome.
So what's a big event or fundraiser coming up for you guys?
Well, we actually we have a few coming up. We have the Austin Spurs are doing the Military Appreciation Day, and it's coming up the 4th of March, which is next Sunday, I believe. Mm-hmm. And so we're going to be doing fundraising there. Our Vettoberfest, what we call Vettoberfest, is our big fundraiser month, and that's where our streamers all come together and stream, continuously for several days in a row for us. So that's really, I wouldn't say that we do a whole lot of fundraising. We do it once or twice a year from our big sponsors, but OSD is really gained so much traction over the last couple of years that at the beginning, we really and truthfully survived off of our streaming revenue. Mm-hmm. Now we really don't do that anymore. We got guys like Starbucks Coffee, gosh darn it, oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Rip It energy drink. Rip It. They provide us with a whole bunch. It's the unofficial freaking drink. And I'll tell y'all what, y'all guys, anybody out there, you want to hit me up for some Rip Its, I will send cases of Rip Its your way. That Rip It loves the military.
Oh
Starbucks kind of got a bad rep that they didn't support veterans, and I say that's BS. I mean, we have put down here. If you were from Texas, you were telling me. I mean, we got Veterans Court down here that the Military Veterans Peer Network runs. I've shipped so many cases and delivered so many cases of K-Cups from Starbucks Coffee for the veterans, to drink out there. We send them to our WTBs. We send them to our Fisher houses, our Ronald McDonald houses. We send them to the FRG groups, I mean, they are a huge supporter of the Veteran Network.
That's awesome.
I have nothing against all these veteran groups that do coffee. I'm for it. I'm not bad mouthing anybody, but Starbucks is a huge supporter.
I'll give you my address too, so you can just send those rippets to me
Right?
anytime you want.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
I got to see
Everyone-
DD 214 first.
Everyone like lit up when you were like ribbits. Like, what?
I'll tell you this awesome story. I know I don't want to sit here and just ramble on, but when the hurricane came down through here, OSD, our Austin team, Victoria team, San Antonio team, we mobilized into two different directions. We sent myself and some people up to the Houston area. We had two jet skis and like 8 folks, and we went up there and we were I'm not saying rescuing people because that's really not what we're trained on, but we were facilitating the evacuation of people in high water and taking people back to get their personal items and stuff like that. But we were sitting in a collection at a marshalling area, if you will, late at night one night, and there was these young veterans up there had a deuce and a half, and there was about 20 of them, and they were just raising hell. And I walked over there with them with a case of Rippets, and you would have thought they just won the lotto. They couldn't believe it. I guess they hadn't seen a Rippet since they were overseas. And
Oh my God, they're so good.
Yummy. Yeah, I haven't seen them since I was in Iraq. What, 07?
Got to go to Dollar General. That's where they're at.
Oh, is that where they are?
They got an orange soda that's to die for now.
Mm-hmm.
No, I like the red one.
The red one.
Mostly because like red's like my favorite color.
So with this gaming, do you guys take groups? Because I know here we have our own group of gamers, and we're kind of starting off with the WTF Nation gaming. Do you take groups of people for these competitions as well?
Well, again, we don't do competitions, and I don't know. I hope I didn't misspeak. I mean, we do tournaments, but it's small tournaments. I mean, we're not doing like like the bring your own computer, South by Southwest, which we do a lot with E3, South by Southwest, PAX South, PAX East, PAX West. We send veterans out there or active duty as part of our thank you deployments, and we send them out there and let them be able to game and stuff. But per se, we don't do any big LAN type gaming events.
Okay.
But we do a lot of streaming, like the Chive streamers. They stream for us once a year and fundraise for us on their streaming site. So, and the Chive, I don't know if y'all are familiar with the Chive, but we absolutely love the Chive. They are so freaking veteran friendly. It's ridiculous. And their headquarters is in Austin. It's about 40 minutes up the road from me, and they have a beautiful bar. If you ever get a chance to go up there, I'll put a word in for you. I can get you in the door. And they got on the back of their bar, they got unit coins, patches, everything. I mean, they just love the military up there.
Now you said you. Oh, I'm sorry. What's that?
I said you're making me want to move down to Texas even quicker.
Come on down. I'll even take you hunting. That's what we do. We also have a very robust outdoor program. There was a guy, friend of mine, Brandon, and he had a program called Heroes Gone Wild, where he would take guys out fishing and hunting, and it was kind of on his own dime. He wasn't a 501c3 like we are, so he was having a little difficulty with the big oil companies down south getting donations because they want tax free, and so we brought him under our wing, and over the last 2 years we've taken so many people hunting on high fenced areas and low fenced areas. I mean, we hog hunt, we whitetail deer hunt, we shot axis deer, we've taken them out in the Gulf for fishing within the Sound or deep sea fishing. Last year we took I think it was 8 veterans out of Biloxi on a 2.5 day fishing trip. And a lot of people go, well, you're taking them hunting, but hunting is just like anything else. Even if we take them to a baseball game or football game or PAX East, PAX South, it's just a vehicle for us to be able to get them in our presence and mentor them and see what their direction is and see what we can do to help them move forward in their life, So it's great to get those guys on a boat for 2 days or at a fishing or a hunting camp for 2 days and really be able to talk to them and mentor them because a lot of these guys are 4 or 5 year military guys, and they're out now with a wife and 2 kids and don't know where to go or what to do. Not saying everybody's like that, but everybody needs, even myself, needs to step up every once in a while.
Yeah.
So y'all come to Texas, and I'll take you hunt. I guess this is the just of that long answer.
I appreciate it. I'll be there.
I think half of us are in Texas.
I wouldn't go with half of us, but Pookie, you had a question, yeah?
Oh yeah, you were talking about Twitch. So I was wondering if you had like the information for the Twitch stream that you could put out. So I know we've got a bunch of viewers that are really big into the gaming streaming community.
Yeah, let me pull it up again. I told you I wasn't the big gamer. I think it is Twitch TV. If you just put in Operation Supply Drop, you'll find our channel on there. Let me pull my mail up and see if I get notifications when they go live on there. So I'll see. But I think it's like Twitch / Operation Supply Drop. I gotta find it real quick. See, now you're making me dig deep.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think it's www.twitch.tv/Operation Supply Drop.
All right.
But Twitch has always been good to us. So is Destiny. If you're you said you were a gamer. Destiny. We went to Destiny a couple years in a row. But last time I went down to Destiny in Florida, we have a team out of Orlando down there, and I went down to DestinyCon, and the streamers and the developers were so nice to us. Actually, I have a couple of they made special cards for us, which is they're not disgruntled decks, they're Cards Against Humanity, and they made a special Destiny game out of Cards Against Humanity, and they all signed them and everything. So it's a pretty cool little couple decks that we got here.
That's pretty cool.
So besides the video games and everything, what else, like as far as sending things overseas, what else does Operation Supply Drop send out overseas?
Well, when we send our packages, they're evolving. They used to just be video games, and now a typical package might have, it depends on, if it's a remote company or if we're supporting a battalion. It's all about the numbers of who we're supporting. Mm-hmm. So we'll send the consoles, we'll send the controllers, we'll send games for it. But then Ranger Up has been really nice to us, and we're actually working with Grunt Style. They're going to be very nice to us to send shirts over to the guys. We send a bunch of board games. We send other different types of little games and stuff. And, of course, we send a bunch of coffee over to them, too. We send pallets of coffee overseas to the guys. So awesome. As you can understand, that's one of our biggest cost is the shipping, because we can't, the military and their wisdom, we can't ship to, let's say I don't know if y'all guys are in the Army or military or whatever, but like to the follow on where your family would send a care package. We can't send it there and then they put it on a bird to go over because it's, civilian type stuff. So we got to send it to APO boxes. So, one of our supply drops might cost us $650 to $1,000 to send overseas to an APO. So,
gotta love the U.S. Postal Service, right?
Right.
Oh yeah.
They get theirs. They get theirs. That's for sure. So I have numerous programs, other programs that I'd love to talk about.
Oh yeah, go for it.
We have a heroic forces program that we started, which is, we call it like my boss calls it the ecosystem. I call it the holistic approach. We support the guys when they're active duty overseas, and then when they come back, we support them on their bases, through the USOs and their community centers. We actually outfit them. The Air Force is really good to us. We've outfitted so many community centers with gaming equipment, and then we do sustain. After a year or so, they're tired of playing, Madden or Halo, so we send the newest games as we get them from our developers out to them. So then when they're transitioning, we have a program called Heroic Forces where we help them. And, I transitioned out of the military too. So I went to ACAP or whatever it was and listen to those people, just run their take hold, their contractor workers, but what we actually do is like, we've done it with Google, we've done it with Microsoft, we've done it with independent companies, but we bring veterans in and we have their HR folks up there and they talk about, job hunting techniques, about their resume writing, about interview techniques. We do mock interviews with them. Google was so good; they brought in so many HR people to Austin that we actually had one HR folks with one transitioning or a veteran, transitioning service member or veteran, and sit down and actually tweak their resume to make it into the civilian world. So that is an awesome program that we do with them. And we don't just train them and kick them out. We actually do one-on-one training, and we've done it in Seattle and San Diego and Austin. We've done it up in DC area, and we keep track with them, and we don't bug them, because nobody wants to be on the hook for somebody calling you all the time. But they can always come back and get more mentorship.
Mm-hmm.
We have a program called Respawn. We actually have a rehabilitative doctor on our staff, medical rehabilitation specialist, I guess. But it's a proven fact that gaming helps rehabilitate you physically and mentally. So what we've done is we've done it at Walter Reed. We've done it out in Seattle at I want to say McGuire. Is it McGuire out there? We've done it here in San Antonio at Brooks Army Medical Center. We've outfitted them with our gaming systems. So these guys, with TBIs, or if their fingers are severely burned or missing, we can specialize, make the controllers for them, and it helps with their muscle coordination, their eye-hand coordination, and it really, it makes the rehabilitation so much better for them. So we do that also. And like I was telling you, our thank you deployments, we bring guys out, and we played golf with the Dallas Cowboys before up in Dallas for the last 3 years. They're very Roger Staubach and the guys up there are very nice to us. We sent guys to NASCAR races, to pro football games, to basketball games, to, like I said, the gaming conferences. And what's good about that is that doesn't really come out of our general fund. Is we personally, myself, I work very hard to get independent sponsors to pay for that. So we're not just throwing away our donors' money at somebody. Somebody might go, well, God, I'd like to go to the Cowboy game too. So it's not really coming out of funds. So it good programs, all of them.
Wow.
So I guess the gist of I'd like for people to take away from Operation Supply Drop is we're not just a one trick pony. You know what I mean? We're not just, there's so many. And if in the state of Texas, you can't throw a stick at the computer screen without finding 9 different veteran organizations that are taking people hunting, or you got some organizations that just give away stuff to veterans. We're all about helping vets out, but we really try hard not to make a veteran feel like he's a victim for the whole thing. We want to give him a good experience and then nurture him, and I guess nurture is maybe not the right word, but mentor him and keep him under our wing and progress him so that he's paying forward to the next generation rather than expecting people to give him stuff all the time, to get him back out and go. So
it's amazing.
All right, give him a hand up, not a hand out.
That is correct. Now I'll tell you what, I have instilled it in my teams and in my board of directors and my CEO, my boss, is that community collaboration is where any nonprofit has to be. Because nobody can do everything themselves. You have to have the ability. You have to know, okay, I got a phone call at 10 o'clock on a Friday night. tomorrow I'm going to lose my pickup truck because I didn't make the payment. And, no matter how much Joe will be Joe, they'll wait to the last minute and, get desperate and call the guy. But we got, organizations that are aligned with us where we can get an emergency funding out to them. But, I tell them, hey, we're going to help you out. But next week you're going to go talk to these people, whether it be the Samaritan Center or VFW, the Texas Vets, or, whatever organization it is. And you're going to show me what you're going to do to make this not happen again next month, because there's programs out there. You have to put in the hard work to be able to get your step up and go. If it's just like, and I'm not bagging on anybody, but I've raised two good boys. I got one in 3rd Ranger Battalion and one's a police officer in Austin. You can't give. You got to say, okay, I'm going to help you out, but you got to help yourself out next time.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Maybe that's too harsh, but
No, it's not too harsh, and that's the way it needs to be. Whether it be with our vets or even our young ones coming up, is once you give a little bit, we got to return the favor. And it helps, at least from what I've seen, is that if from my perspective, if I can give back, if I can give to my veteran community using my, experiences, it helps me grow as well.
Well, see, that's the right thing, because, when we're talking about my teams, it's a win-win situation. When my veterans and my team, they give back to the community, whether it's refurbishing a Korean War's vet house or cutting trees or doing yard work or, going out and cleaning up the streets or whatever. They're giving back to fellow veterans, but yet they're getting the great feeling of paying forward. So you're getting it on both ends, and that's the beauty of it,
For sure.
And you can have fun. You can have fun doing it too. I mean, we do a lot of programs. I always say, hey, y'all guys do whatever you want. I just don't don't post a bunch of pictures of y'all drinking beer in your silky drawers. I mean, we do pub crawls and stuff like that. But that's not, drinking parties isn't the answer to veterans' problems. That's for sure.
Silky drawers. That sounds like Marine stuff, and and I don't eat crayons.
Ranger
Sorry.
panties. Oh my God. No. Oh my God. Wait, no. My interest is now piqued. You had me at Ranger panties.
Ranger panties.
Yes. Oh my. Where is this happening? Hold on. Because a bitch needs to be there. Sorry, I'll control myself.
Austin has a lot of Ranger panty type stuff. Well, of course, now they got them in the American flag. I'm an old school guy. I was in the 82nd Airborne Division as a Ranger back 87 to 92, and then I was a Ranger instructor for a few years after that, and did a lot of time in special operations. So, special operations, we went to the UDT shorts, which isn't a good look. I'd rather have my Ranger panties anytime.
The old silkies.
Right.
The old silkies, yep.
Freaking Pookie.
I need a pair of them silkies.
I wasn't going there, but I know you've got more questions.
I mean, so like it seems like you said, you're not like a one-trick pony organization. You're just like just listening to you right now is just like so expansive of what you're doing. I know you beat on a whole Starbucks thing, and I know I received packages from Starbucks when I was deployed. What other organizations help you out if you don't mind giving shout outs to them?
Well, of course, Microsoft, Sony, Grunt Style T-shirts helped us out a lot. I don't really want to go down the list. Home Depot helps us out a lot. GovX, the American Legions, the VFWs, the Amazon, the Chive, games cases. If y'all know what games cases are, they're almost like a hard suitcase looking thing that they made specially for video games. So let's say you're overseas and your console Velcro's in there, and it's got a place for your controllers, but it has a built-in probably 13-inch screen inside it, and it's all wired up. You just have to put in the wires and stuff and plug it into the wall. So if you're out in Kirkuk or you're out in a forward operating base, you can play it. It's all self-contained, and then when you jump, you can just unplug it, take it with you, and replug it in. We give those away to like service members that are in the hospital that have cancer or they've lost a leg and can't get out because, the hospitals, especially the VAs and military organizations, won't let you plug into their TV, obviously, because they're scared they're going to get something in their system. So we do those. On it down here is a world-class workout facility that trains MMA members and martial arts, jiu-jitsu and stuff. They help us out. FanDuel helps us, the Call of Duty Endowment. So, we just, it's just quite a few people that help us out.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's amazing how much support we have.
Yeah, but by no means, we're not the Wounded Warrior Foundation. We're not making millions of dollars. We're not making, we have probably 3 to 4 paid employees at the most. I'm the old freaking ranger that has like 6 freaking rucksacks on my back, that are motoring us down the road, so we're not, I think last year we were at like 94% of our money went back into our programs, so, we're doing a lot with a little,
For sure. Are you running a train in the background too?
I was curious about what just happened.
I'm sorry, that was my phone because, I'm one of those great airborne guys. I was on airborne status for about 26 years. And so I cannot hear worth anything. And that's about the only ringtone I can hear is the big train going. Those high decibel ones, I can't hear nothing. My wife will throw a pillow at me because my phone's next to me and it's going off. She'll be like, answer the phone. She calls it selective hearing because she'll be running her caker and I'll be like not even paying attention to her, but my phone rings, I'm all over it.
Right.
Running her caker, love that one.
The fuck is a caker?
It's your
That's
mouth.
your cake hole.
Oh,
your cake hole.
like I'm over here.
What you're running right now?
No, okay, shut up.
Which is a very nice.
No, like honestly,
which is a very nice way of what old Ranger infantry guys call women's mouths.
I know exactly what that.
Oh no, okay, no, because my fat ass was thinking it was like a cake mixer.
Cake hole.
I don't know.
Makes you getting hungry.
I am. I'm like, oh no, I want cake.
Cake.
Spanky, get the girl to make some cake.
Somebody say cake.
Right? Yeah.
Hey.
Right? Excuse me, I heard there was gonna be cake. Like, hello?
Hey, but while we're talking, I know y'all have a huge audience out there. While we're talking, I would really like to challenge and ask guys out of the bottom of my heart, no matter where you're located at, no matter where, if you're at Fort Hood, Bragg, freaking wherever, San Diego, go out and give back to the community, whether it be at your VFWs or your young Marines out there, your ROTCs. They're always looking for an active duty guy to come in there and talk to them and let them know, because they're trying to get the next step up, and there's the World War II vets are a dying breed. We go here in Texas, we go down to the veterans homes and sit there and talk to them, play games with them and listen to their stories. You got guys that were Rangers that climbed Point to Hawk down here, or you got a guy that flew air cover over Normandy Beach. It's just fantastic to go out there and give back a little bit, And so.
Yeah, definitely. We try and challenge people to give back to the community all the time. Just, and a lot of our younger vets need, that are getting out and don't have any direction. They need that help in figuring out how they can give back, because a lot of them do, and they want to figure out how to do that, but they don't know where to start.
Yep.
Hey, operationsupplycom.org, sign up and we will get you in the community. I promise you.
That's awesome. Awesome. Well, I don't have any more questions. Spurs, Pookie, do you guys have any more questions?
One more real quick. So you said you guys are you've got chapters across the United States. If they sign up on operationsupply.org, does it automatically kind of give your information to the local chapters or what?
Well, you believe this or not, like I said, I carry a lot of rucksacks. It comes right into my inbox, and I will contact the individual and ask him where he's at, what he's interested in, and see if yeah, and then hook them up with the local chapter, because I get guys like I got this very, very nice lady. She was not retired. She just did time in the Army, and she's in Charleston, South Carolina. I don't have a chapter in Charleston, South Carolina, but she works for the Department of Homeland Security. So I talked to her, and I got contacts there, and I said, hey, look, there's not a chapter there, but you can do stuff for the community. We will support you doing stuff for the community. So she wanted to go and see some of the young Marines down there outside of the Charleston Air Force base down there. So we sent her supplies and stuff, and patches and stickers and stuff like that, so she could go and talk to the young Marines and have a little swag to give them, and that's where it starts out. It might be a one-man butt kicking show, but little by little, I tell all my guys, don't think you're going to have a 300-person deal to start with. It takes a little at a time, but that's basically what it is. It's hard to start a chapter if there's not a major base by it, because you're not going to have the young guys that are there, really, truthfully, let's face it. There's not a whole lot of 54-year-old veterans that are out giving back to the community like I do. They're at your VFWs, bellied up to the bar, drinking with the same people every day,
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you doing what you're doing, because,
Yes.
I signed up and being, one of the younger vets, I've signed up at the VFW, and it felt that a little different, because I didn't connect with them like I could with, brothers of my generation, and they're bellied up to the bar and, talking about the good old days. So
I'll tell you a good story about that. The Texas veteran VFW, I've talked to them, and if you go into any VFW, they'll tell you they need to get younger because they're not sustainable. You know what I mean? They're even the youngest veterans there are usually Vietnam veterans. Now granted, they got bingo halls or whatever, but they can't get people to man them. But there's such a friction because these guys are entrenched in the probably 20% of them are past commanders. It's just like a National Guard unit where grandpa's the first sergeant and dad's the platoon daddy and his sons are the squad leaders. They're so entrenched that it's hard to break that bubble to bring in the young guys, because their mind can't comprehend that, hey, we want to have a motorcycle club here, which does great stuff. You ever see an American Legion or VFW with a motorcycle club? They're spot on. They are going out and doing stuff. But to transition it over to have gaming tournaments or have, the relevant bands that come in there or out of the box activities, it's very hard to break that trend. But the BFWs and the American Legions that are actually doing it are seeing their ranks swell. It's just breaking that barrier,
Definitely. Well, that's what I had. I appreciate it.
Okay. Well, do you guys have any future plan, like future expansion? I know you're massive right now, but do you have anything in the future that you're planning right now that we should be paying attention to?
Well, I wouldn't say we're massive, but we got about 50,000 members. We've probably rolled about 25,000 volunteer hours to date. But so we're not, if you've ever been into a veteran organization, you might have street cleanup and you got 30% of your guys come to it, and you might have a barbecue cook-off or get to go somewhere and you'll have 70 people come there. So it expands and contracts. You know what I mean? We don't, we're not a paying outfit like a lot of people. So it kind of expands and contracts. We really and truthfully work kind of independent in all of our regions, because what they want to do out in Phoenix, Arizona, or San Diego or Seattle is a lot different than Orlando or Gainesville or up in Syracuse, New York, or down here in Texas. I mean, even here, me in the Austin area, our headquarters is at Austin, and I go up there extensively. But my guys in Victoria do different stuff than we do up here. So it's really the team leader's vision. And all I do is try to push them over, push them further. But they are volunteers, so you can't push them too hard because they'll fold up and quit on you. But we're getting some a long answer for your question, but we are getting some grants that are going to help us out and to help us provide more support. Again, like I say, most of our stuff is I challenge my team leaders to get local sponsors, because it's hard for me to get, the Ford dealership here in Texas to sponsor a San Diego event. They got to get those sponsors out there, because, we got 32 teams, 7 regions. Let's just say I put $1,000 into each region. That's $7,000 a month, which doesn't seem like that much, but it's, $84,000 a year on events, and we don't have that money coming into us. A lot of our money is earmarked to send the stuff overseas to the soldiers and support them while they're in the box. That's a very big thing for us.
All right.
But if you can tell, I'm pretty passionate about it.
Right? Just a little.
No, definitely.
Well, it's appreciated too.
Yes.
Veteran side and the active duty.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, those young soldiers. I sent a bunch of guys to the South by Southwest, which was it's PAC South, and I delivered the tickets to the WTB, which is the Warrior Transition Battalion. If nobody knows what that is, and it's I don't know if it's Air Force, Navy wide, but I know it's in the Army, and it's where these guys are. They're licking their wounds and getting better, rehabilitating, and I went down to they have a Marine Corps down there, and I gave them 5 tickets for all 3 days. So it's 15 tickets, and the gunny that's in charge of them, who had one leg, and I was handing the tickets off, and all of these guys, just to see the look on their face, is we don't think it's that big of a deal for a $30 ticket, but some of those guys are E3s, E4s laid up in the hospital or in the WTB. That's a big thing to them, and to give them those tickets, that's what it's really about, is looking at their face when you give back to them.
Right. Freaking well, Scott, thank you so much for joining us tonight and for telling us all about Operation Supply Drop and everything that you guys do to help out the veteran community, and not just veteran but also active duty.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you for having me. I want to ask one question. What is your following? How many people do you think's listening to this broadcast?
Right now we've got right now we've got probably I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. But what I would like to say is, somewhat of closing, is we can always use more support. So, I mean, if you had 1,000 or 10,000 or 15,000 listeners out there, if they would go to OperationSupplyDrop.org, we have a donation button there. If everybody just give $5 to us, $5, we can go a long way with that. That would be huge for us to support, our community. And that's all we want to do, is support our community.
Yeah, definitely. So if everyone can do that, that would be absolutely amazing. But again, Scott, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Everyone hold on tight, and when we come back, we will be here for the 3rd and final hour of Friday Night Freedom. So everyone hold on tight. Shots.
Hey, thanks, guys.
complacent, just walking on shells. This feeling that love conquers everything else until you reach the point in mind. There was a failure to communicate, so suddenly, but we were forced to wait. Nobody said we had to relate. At the end, it's over. I'm finally sober. I'm finally sober. My only demon, my only regret is that I left you with scars so that you'll never forget. Sick of forgiving my mistakes and my faults. Shattered your glass onto millions when I ripped it apart. There's nothing left. Love is gone. So there was a failure to communicate, so suddenly, but we were forced to wait. Nobody said we had to relate. At the end, it's over. I'm finally sober. I'm finally sober. Nobody said we had to relate. At the end, it's over. I'm finally sober. I'm finally sober. There was a failure to communicate, so suddenly, but we were forced to wait. Nobody said we had to relate. At the end, it's over. I'm finally sober.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Gotta get it together, I gotta stay in tune. Seems time's against me, but I hate to rush. Gotta keep it between the lines until I hit the dust. Got my shit together, I gotta buy some time. The key to freedom lies across the state line. It's a daily ritual, this game I play. In the life of a shadow man with a debt to pay. ritual, this game I play. In the life of a shadow man with a debt to pay. Hit the gravel with my hand on the radio. Here I am again, driving on the roads we nowhere. Just like this life that I lead, it might not take me anywhere. But I was born to travel along this lonely road to nowhere. Hit the gravel with my hand on the radio. Here I am again, driving on the roads we nowhere. Just like this life that I lead, it might not take me anywhere. But I was born to travel along this lonely road to nowhere.
That's what she said.
Duh. I switched over too early.
Oh, really?
No. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. We're back.
This is how we do it.
Oh, my fucking giddy heart. Ah.
I missed you all.
I'm just surprised that you drank that much Jack now, man.
Oh, did you finish your glass?
Almost.
Hey, me
Almost.
too. Me too. I've almost finished my Jameson, but I can only have one because I'm on call. And I technically am like not supposed to drink, but you know, fuck it.
You need a bigger glass.
Right? Exactly. Exactly.
That's like when you're going through Shannon Airport, to be like, you can have one beer, and then you get the biggest beer that you can order.
Right? Oh, so apparently some random dude came in here and started calling me a guy, and apparently, right? Dude, Art, Art, you and I are like MOS, like twinsies, because I was a 91 Delta, aka 68 Delta, while I was in. So, what up, dude? I do that now on the civilian side, though. You betrayed us by commissioning, so I no longer want to talk to you now. Anyways. Just kidding.
So what about this dude that came in here?
I don't know. Apparently he, like, I get it. Like, I'm not the thinnest person out there. I'm aware, right? Nobody has to fucking, like, tell me, like, oh, she's fat. No shit. Like, I'm aware, right? But, like, it's quite obvious I'm not a dude. Like, so when bitches come in here and they're like, oh, ha, 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 like, it's a dude, you just look stupid and, like, you're just fucking retarded. And I really, wrong button. And I really just, like, how dumb can you fucking be? Like, I'm quite clearly female. One, I've been trying to grow up, like, honestly, I've been trying to fucking, like, Chelsea Manning the shit up, like, and grow a beard now for the last 31 years. And this shit hasn't been happening. So it's not going to happen. I don't have an Adam's apple. And it's not because, you know, I have, like, a super fat neck. It's just, I just don't have an Adam's apple. Because, wait for it, I'm female. You know, I have titties because, wait for it, I'm female. I have a vagina because, again, I'm female. Like, oh my God, I'm fucking female. Like, so you just look like a fucking idiot when you come in here and you try to insult me and try to... Minx looks like a Disney character, Tinkerbell's brunette cousin. Oh, I love it.
Maybe the secret to it is they really want you to sling that D in a V, but you don't have the D, so maybe they just want it. I don't know.
Freaking, actually, so my old first sergeant used to actually refer to me as, like, Vanellope von Schweetz from Wreck-It Ralph. So,
oh, yeah?
Yeah. He's like, come here, Vanellope. Okay, Top. But yeah, I get Disney characters a lot. Yeah, her, yeah. But yeah, you know, just honestly, like, y'all need to fucking, everyone in the fucking chat room, like, the chat area right now, like, y'all need to fucking police up the trolls. Because, and, like, make them do a better job. Because the lack of creativity is
sad.
It's underwhelming. It's so underwhelming. It's this
Be creative if you're gonna try and troll.
God, it's the same thing every time. Oh, I'm here for the couch auction.
The coach. Yeah, no. We make this joke all the time. And one of the
couch.
In the groups that I'm in, like other groups that I'm in, like we always make jokes like the liberals can't meme. They can't because they always make some stupid shit and you're just like, that makes no sense, dude.
Right? God damn. Like, honestly, like, it's so fucking, like, on it there. I think there's like, 3 people, one after another, like, I'm here for the couch auction. Like, nobody, like, one, there's quite clearly, there is no couch here in this picture at all. Like,
there's a common denominator with that. They're in a group, and they're in a raid group, and I'm gonna find your raid group, and Godzilla is going to destroy you.
Yes, yes, Godzilla's coming for you. But no, and it's just fucking, like, come up with something, I don't know, fucking original, you know, creative.
Go eat a Tide Pod.
At least something that's gonna make me go like, that was good. That was good. Like, bravo. Like, you know. But, like, oh, I'm here for the couch and suck a dick. Like, I don't know what to fucking tell you. Or that one chick, that Britannia chick. Or the Britannia Encyclopedia. That chick.
That's what I thought when you said the name. I was like,
Yeah, the fucking encyclopedia chick. She comes in here and she's like, why am I looking at a beaver? And I respond with, I don't know, stop looking in a fucking mirror. Because I quite clearly do not look like a buck-toothed furry animal. So I know for shit she's not talking to me because I don't look like a beaver. So she must be talking to herself, not to me. And I didn't have...
Encyclopedia Britannica. Didn't it take like 12 feet of bookshelf just to put that thing on there? I wouldn't even want to call myself that.
I did. I grew up with one. But, you know, I didn't have Pookie's picture up there, which I could almost understand if it had been, like, Pookie's picture up there.
Yeah.
Because, you know, he's kind of a furry beast, right? But it wasn't Pookie. It was me. And she's like, oh, why is there a beaver? You're not funny or cute. So move along.
I don't look like a beaver. I take offense to this.
You're kind of furry, though.
I'm not furry like a beaver. I'm furry like a long-haired dog or something. I don't know, a beaver.
I don't know.
Pookie, where are you at in the States?
I live in the horrible state of Virginia.
Okay, so I mean, there have been Sasquatch sightings out there, right?
But like backwoods.
You know, you
I
go
don't believe in this Sasquatch thing, but y'all can go ahead and believe in it. But I mean, I've never seen one.
Embrace it and call yourself the Yeti Man.
I could pull that off. I could like start this whole like local thing and make a bunch of money off of it. That sounds like a good idea, actually. Thank you.
Yeah, roll with it. Just watch out for hunters. You got to put on orange.
Oh, okay, yeah. They be running dogs out here, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so I started a new show that I'm kind of a little obsessed about, and I kind of want to talk about really quickly. Pookie, I know you really wanted to get to an article, but before we do, I started a new show, and it's called Hell on Wheels. Have you guys heard of it?
One of my favorite shows. I've already watched the entire series like 3 times.
I just started it.
Is that an AMC thing, right? That's the AMC show. That's the one. It's in the Wild West, right?
Yes. Oh my
Good-looking
god.
guys. Okay. Oh my god.
Okay, we gotta go take it that way, but all right. There's one. Hello.
Oh my goodness.
Eye candy.
My one of my CRNAs that I work with, he brought it to my attention because he's he scores very low on the EQ scale, right? The emotional intelligence scale. So he and I, we freaking click really well together because we're about the same, right? And his wife made him take this emotional intelligence quiz. He failed.
Was this some shit out of Cosmo? Because
no, this is a legit thing. His wife made him take it.
There's a legit test called emotional
intelligence, yeah. And then
it
comes with a book. Spurs, make sure your wife isn't listening.
Nope.
Because I have this funny feeling that I would fail it miserably because I have 0 fucks.
No, so yeah, it's this book and it's about your emotional intelligence, and it comes and you take this pre-test, right? And then from there you learn how bad you are. And then you read the book. And then you do this. You're supposed to do this post-test, and you're supposed to see how much you've grown in theory, right? Well, my CRNA, he did the pre-test and he failed. And he came into work and he's like, I have the emotional intelligence of a 5-year-old.
Say what?
And I was dying. I was like, oh my God, Troy. He's proud as fuck.
That's like me. My emotions are 0 divided by 0, and you don't ever divide by 0, but that's my emotions.
But yeah, he's like, I'm so proud of myself. Okay. And then, a couple months later, I'm like, hey, how's that book going? He's like, oh yeah, I haven't finished it. Oh, good to know. But yeah, so he's the one.
He cares enough to emotionally grow that 6 months later he doesn't give 2 fucks.
No. Well, no, because he didn't fucking care at all in the first place because his wife was the one who pushed this on him.
At least it wasn't Nicholas Sparks bullshit, and then I'm all right.
Yeah, so he's the one who told me about this show, and he told me about this. He told me about the show a couple weeks ago, and he's like, "You have to watch this, Minx. You really need to watch this." And I said, "Okay," and I just never did until I got sick, and then I was like, "I have nothing else to do." And so I went on Netflix and was like, oh, fine, let's see, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. So for those of you who don't know, It is about the Transcontinental Railroad race. So it's set back in time right after the Civil War, right after Lincoln assassination. So Emancipation Proclamation has been signed. So there's a whole bunch of hullabaloo going on in the United States because no one's really sure what's going on. A lot of people still want to fight. They can't. So where do they go? They go fucking out west where they still can fight. And oh my God, bad bitches everywhere. Oh my God. Exactly. Yes. No, oh my God, Spanky, you're gonna love it.
There's hot guys.
Oh yeah, well, Spanky's definitely gonna love it. I've seen bits and pieces of it, so she's definitely gonna like that.
Oh yeah.
Spanky, they have mustard.
And freaking who was I talking about it to? I was actually talking about it to Troy today, actually, and I was telling him that I had started watching it. And I was like, this one character, the Swede, and I was like, he's fucking insane. And he's like, he's there the whole time. I was like, what? And he's like, I said too much. And I was like, what's going on? Now I need to finish the show. And I'm only on season 1, like episode 5. Ah!
So where is this at so I can catch up?
Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
It's on Netflix.
And what's it called?
Hell on Wheels.
Okay.
Am I like the only person that doesn't own Netflix or use a Netflix?
Probably.
Yes.
Okay.
You really need to get with the times, man. Like, I understand you're trying to do this whole, mountain man thing, but
I don't see like paying like $13 a month for something like a bootleg off the internet anywhere I want to use. I mean, that's just me.
fucking cause. Fuck, I need new speakers now. Thanks, Minx. You're welcome. Sorry, everybody, about your ears. Sorry.
Richard, I see Altered Carbon. I started that one last night.
Which one?
After Altered Carbon. That was after my my pissed off experience with Chris Rock, and so I passed out with it. So I'm going to try it again tonight and see if I can get into it. Great opening though. It's a new one that Netflix is pushing.
I heard Bright was really good too.
I watched Bright. It was all right.
No, I don't. No.
It was all right.
It was hard to get into.
Uh-huh.
All right,
so.
Pooks.
Oh, what? Are we talking about this now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're going with it now.
Rhodesia like 2.0. I guess like me and KJ like to put like the 2.0s on 3.0s behind things.
To what?
Oh God, you don't even know what I'm talking about. New South African president wants to steal land from white farmers.
Why?
Oh, because like redistribution of wealth, communism, that kind of shit.
Give back to the black people.
Exactly.
Didn't they try that already? In like other nations?
No, it was the South Africa that did it. There was another country really close to South Africa that did that just recently, and then they were like screaming for the white farmers to come back.
Right? Because it failed.
I mean, stupid. You can't fix stupid.
Right? No.
But no, I wanted to beat on it a little bit. Is like the whole idea behind the Second Amendment is to prevent shit like that.
Right.
No one's gonna come in and steal my shit from me, and they don't want to even compensate the farmers. They're just like, we're taking it back, and we're not gonna give you any money for it.
Right, and like they've been there since like ever.
1600s, I think.
Yeah.
I think he even beat on that. Like I saw the video like of him talking. And it's in Afrikaans. It's really hard to understand, but like there's subtitles, so I'm listening to it, and I was like, "This sounds very familiar. I've seen this before." Oh crap, this just happened like not even like fucking 5 years ago, and oh wait, failed state, not even five. Oh, it's about to happen again.
Right, and honestly, it's not even like far history that this happened. This is literally recent history that this happened, and it's quite like proven that hey, this kind of failed. So maybe we should not do this.
Well, hey, because everyone preaches about nationalism is so evil, but then nationalism actually happens, and there you go.
Right. Ugh. Freaking. Oh, I saw something actually. I think it was today. A little fun thing that we should do, right? Ooh. For all the 16-year-olds who think that they know best, right?
Ooh. Yes.
We send them to the country that they think with the government style that they think is the best, right? So if they think that socialism is the way to go, we send them to an actual socialist country, i.e. Venezuela.
Venezuela.
Oh, that's a good one.
And we send them there for a couple months, and we say, good luck.
Like a foreign exchange student program?
No, just ship them there and good luck.
There. And good luck. Let us know how it goes. We'll try to find you in a couple months.
So we could do like a foreign exchange student program, and when it's time for both of them to come back, just stick them in an arena and see who fights the hardest, and whoever wins gets to stay here.
Or communism, right? Since if kids really want to, be like, oh, I want to experience like a true communist society. Well, we don't have one of those. So do we just kill them, or?
Nah, we send them over to North Korea.
That's not.
Send them to North Korea. Is a gulag, though. I mean, that's all it is. It's just a giant gulag. You can't really send them something. I mean, might as well just put them in prison at that point.
Right.
Or we just put them, somewhere in a prison and give them worms. That's just simulating the same.
Like intestinal worms.
Yeah, just
apparently
worms.
Like those worms will save your life apparently if you get shot up, but that's just,
Yeah, but will they save your life if you get knifed, shanked?
We're not sure, but I see that you are in fact almost done with your drink.
I'm savoring it.
Boss mode right there. I'd be like, ugh.
Oh my god.
This dude has a liver made of freaking titanium.
Right, y'all. He has like this huge ass fucking like stein, right?
Oh, where's that?
Jack and Coke. And it's gone.
It is the true Lowenbrau Stein from Germany. It's got the ridged. See, I didn't know this. I had a buddy that when I went to flight school, he was from Germany. He said it's a true Stein if it has the ridged bottom.
Ooh.
And yeah. And so he was impressed that I had a true Stein from Germany in the Lowenbrau brewery. And so I don't use it for beer, though. I make my whiskey and Coke in that one.
I have some mason jars that have that little ridged bottom on it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've got a mason jar with a handle that I bought in Texas. That's my favorite. It's a big one, though. Kind of like that last one that I just finished. It's good stuff.
Spanky, let the girl start bitching. I will send her somewhere with no cell service. Also where she cannot continue to binge watch Grays. She will not find out what happens to McDreamy. So that may be a good thing.
Spanky, don't be knocking on my my Jack and Coke and I know how to pour it just right, and I use those mini cans of Coke to top it off after my whiskey.
Oh my god.
Just one.
Freaking.
It's just right.
Art, when were you in Germany? I was there.
Me?
No, Art.
Oh, Art.
Art, not Spurs.
Well, you cut me off.
Oh, I'm sorry, Spurs. Poor Spurs. Sorry, Spurs. When were you in Germany?
Oh, me?
And now
you're
you're
talking to
silent.
Yeah. No. Now I'm talking to your drunk ass.
Come on. I know how to hold my liquor better than that. Actually, I've never been stationed over in Germany.
Oh.
Yeah, I just landed there on the way to Iraq.
Oh, okay.
So I wish I was, but never had the pleasure of being.
I was stationed there for 3 years. I'm trying to figure out when Art was there, because apparently... Dude, what the fuck?
Oh, that's what she said?
No, seriously. Like, Art, no, honestly, like, what the fuck? So he was there at the same time I was there. Like, where were you at? I was at Launchstool. Do I know you? do we, like, legit know each other? That would be so weird. No,
You'd be surprised with like the people that I've bumped into you during my military career.
right?
That like I was like, how the fuck do I know you? Oh, we were here. Oh shit. Hi.
Yeah, no, I was stationed in Launchstool in 2011 to 2014. True story.
Oh, he was an officer.
No way. Nuh-uh.
I was XO of LRMC.
My God.
Was he a lieutenant by chance?
I was one of your soldiers. What's up? Oh, that's awesome. Commanding Misao? That's awesome. I had some friends that were stationed at that were with the cash out at Misao. Freaking, oh my God. Dude, the army is so small. It's crazy. Like, it's so big, but then you're like, oh my God, it's tiny.
It's amazing how we all can reconnect and find our brothers and sisters, though. I love that.
It really is.
You know, or, you know, just as joining up with us, I had somebody ask if I knew another person, and I was like, heck yeah, you know, and that blew my mind that somebody else, you know, knew my first sergeant, one of my favorite first sergeants going through the military. So it's great to connect.
Right. I kind of want to ask if you know a guy by the name of I kind of want to ask, but I don't want to like put like names out there. Fuck it, Jordan. He would have been a 68 whiskey. He was part of the cash. He would have been part of the 212. About the time you were in command. Well, I can't PM you right now. I'm working.
I keep hearing Jeopardy music playing, but I don't know where it's coming from.
Right. Fucking weird. Oh my God. Anyway, so what else has been going on in the news today, or the last week?
I saw one other little thing that popped up here about hold on, the Navy investigating 3 midshipmen.
Wait, what?
But I'm letting it load. letting it load. Oh my goodness. For
Slow
a
internet
drug ring
sucks.
in the U.S. Naval Academy.
Oh, that's right. Go on.
Go on.
Right?
Damn this
Ready?
ad.
The drugs.
Three midshipmen are accused of selling cocaine, ketamine, and LSD to their classmates, purchased on the dark web using Bitcoin. According to the three midshipmen currently enrolled at the school, National Security Correspondent Jennifer Griffin reports from the Pentagon.
No.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
And ketamine?
I heard a really good time.
Ketamine, LSD,
right?
and cocaine.
Oh.
Ooh, that's Special
my
K,
God.
man.
Gotta figure out some way to be tough, when you're gonna be in the Navy.
Don't they like name tapes on their butts? I was always curious about that. Why do they have name tapes on their butts?
Because isn't that because when they fall off the ship and they start floating and they're just bobbing, it's just the ass that's sticking up out of the water?
We're not sure. I did
No.
ask them one
The Marines
time.
do it too.
I did ask a seaman one time why their uniform is blue if they're like on a ship and they fall into the water. It's like, how are we supposed to find you if you blend into the water? Like, this makes no sense, right? And like me being the dumbass that I was, like, hold on, let me make sure I get this ready, right? This was me.
Cartman!
This was me at the time. I was like, what happens like if you guys fall in the water? And he's like, oh, there's a like trail of like yellow dye that falls from our uniform. And I was like, wait, what? No way, because I'm fucking retarded.
Yeah, because they're pissing themselves. It's just urine.
Yeah, and it's God, I'm fucking stupid sometimes. Just sometimes. Not all the time. Like, just sometimes. Like, most of the time, I'm on it and I'm, like, got my shit together. Just, every so often, I'm fucking stupid.
Just like I've seen the E7 get a young guy on, what was it, the space door gunner. He had the scuba badge. And he told him, he was like, yeah, I was a space door gunner. And this like kid was eating his shit up. And it was like, yeah, I was rocking a 50 cal on International Space Station.
Oh my God.
The kid was like, really?
Hell yeah. Spaceship door gunner. What? Friggin'. Oh, I loved that article that Gray Cloud sent today about Seattle residents complaining about the Confederate flag being flown off of a boat.
Oh, it was Norway. Yeah.
But it was the Norwegian flag. But they're like, oh, it's a Confederate flag. Take it down. Ma'am, it's the Norwegian flag. I need you to calm down.
Those are called low information voters.
Right. Oh my God. Seriously, Kaz, you're bringing up my plate of radioactive eggs again?
What?
Oh my God.
In the chat.
What about radioactive eggs?
Oh my God. Okay. All right. So we're going to tell this story again. All right. So I'm high out of my goddamn mind, right? Yes, I smoked some weed. Shocker. This is, oh my God. When was this? This is 2000. This is 2 years ago. This is 2 years ago. It's 2016, right? So I was almost 30. And I was out of the army, right? Disclaimer, I was out of the army. I was a civilian, right? So I was like not technically legal, but whatever. But yeah, so I got high and all I wanted was some motherfucking hash browns and some over medium eggs. That's all I fucking wanted. And I had the munchies like a goddamn son of a bitch. And so we go to Denny's. And, like, I'm stoned out of my mind. Like, I like, willingly, and nobody drives my fucking car, right? But I willingly gave over my keys. I'm like, someone needs to drive. Like, I can't do it. Taking them away. Like, I'm not driving. Like, I can't do it. And so, poor Cause, like, poor Cause and Red Leg, they fucking squeeze into my car, and, like, me and Siren are in the back, and we're like, ah! Like, she's drunk. I'm stoned. Cause is being the best stepdad ever. Driving my stoned ass around. Red Leg is, I don't know, he's laughing at me. He's probably making fun of me. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. I just wanted food. So we get to Denny's and we order food, and I'm just like so focused, and I'm just like, yes, food, right? So we get the food. The food gets to the table, and I'm like, yes, right? And so the hash browns look amazing. The eggs look awesome. I cut into my fucking eggs, and I'm like so ready to just tear into my over medium eggs and my hash browns, and the yolk spills out, and it's this radioactive green color, and it's like the MRE. It's like Captain's radioactive chicken green color, and I'm like, no. And I couldn't eat it. I was like, no, appetite gone. I just couldn't do it.
Sounds like your weed had a little extra spice laced in there to make them green.
I don't know. I honestly, I don't even remember who I smoked with. Like, I remember there's a bunch of other veterans. And, like, the one dude was a canine handler, and he was like, hey, you want some? Sure. I just met you. Why not? This is a night full of good decisions. I don't know. Yellow.
You said yellow? Instead of YOLO, it's yellow but green.
I was so upset that my fucking eggs were radioactive green. I just wanted hash browns and eggs, and I couldn't even eat them. And, like, I just sat there, and I stared at them while everyone else around me ate, and I was just like, no, I can't. Like, my appetite was just fucking gone. Everyone tried to hand me food, and I'm like, no, I can't eat right now. I can't, like, I'm not even hungry anymore.
My drunk ass would have fucking tore into that shit. I don't give a care what color it is.
I was legit pouting over these fucking eggs. Ugh.
And why didn't you send them back?
Because my appetite was gone. I mean, I was stoned.
I'd been like, yo, my eggs are green.
And I was trying, you know, not to make a scene and make it, like, obvious that I'm fucking high out of my mind, right? You gotta keep it chill, man. Like, you can't draw attention to yourself.
She don't like them green eggs and ham.
You can't draw attention.
Well, shit, I be drawing attention to myself all the time. I don't give a shit.
I don't like.
Like, I literally have a neon sign over top of my head saying, this motherfucker is high as fuck right now.
Yeah, oh my god, yeah, no, Art, yeah, oh yeah, no, I was in public when all this was happening. Note to all men, minks might be a little drama. Oh, rude. A little drama? Please.
A little?
No, I really am. I'm not a lot of drama. I'm not. I'm not. Oh my god. Yeah.
I will not eat them here or there. I will not eat them anywhere.
No, that's just it though. I've had green eggs and ham, right? Where you dye the eggs with a like green food coloring. I've eaten those. They're good. Because they're just eggs.
Food.
Yeah. but not radioactive green. Like the yolk, like, why was the yolk green? Like, why couldn't it have been yellow, like normal? I still have questions. 2 years later, like, this is 2 years later, right? I'm about to be 32 now. Like, the fuck?
So cause was the DD. Were they green?
Radioactive.
radioactive, right? Yeah, no, best stepdad ever. That's how he got the nickname best stepdad ever. Like, he kept us all out of jail. Oh my God, yes it was. Oh my God, yes it was green. Oh my God, cause yes it was green.
So the sober party is saying they were green as fuck.
No, he's saying they weren't green.
They weren't green.
They weren't. Oh, you were high as fuck, girl.
I really was. I was high as fuck.
It was an ordinary egg.
Oh God.
This is why Minx does not smoke weed.
Cause just put you on blast.
That's
Minx
fine.
was high.
Minx was fucked up. That's fine. No, this is fine. This is why Minx does not smoke weed.
This is why I'm pro level, is because when I look at my food and it turns a different color, I still eat the shit. Because I'm just like, I'm tripping. I'm high. Whatever. I'm just going to eat it.
I'm telling you, it was like this neon green color, and I was like, I got so concerned. Why is it glowing?
From Fukushima.
True. And everyone around me was trying to tell me, like, it's fine, just eat it. No.
I got so high one time that my food was screaming at me when I was eating it, and I still kept eating it.
Right. Oh my God, yeah, and Omen kept buying us Jameson too. Actually, Siren can't drink Jameson anymore because of that. Like 2 years later, she still can't drink it.
She got to that point where, like, I almost had a near-death experience, and every time she smells it, it's like, eh.
Right, but oh no, see X though, see Art X like that.
Oh, I heard X. I was like, huh?
I like that one. It's true.
Was that mom coming in there on the backside? I like X too.
I do. Oh my God, I do. What? No.
No.
You can't say that on air.
Why is this wall so fuzzy? Oh my God.
Oh my God, it feels so good. Just keep playing with my head.
It because it loves me.
Right? Oh
Spanky,
my God,
I agree. Jameson is life.
It is. No, just, okay, so for those who've never had ecstasy, like the sensation of touch is just amazing.
Yes.
On it. Oh my God.
You walk up to someone and just blow on them, and they're just like,
yeah. Like the smallest little, like, and you're like, oh, and like chills go through your whole body. It's amazing. And then, like, especially if they like just slightly like run their fingers through your head or like through their hair. Oh my God. Ugh. Yes.
yes.
Yeah. See, Pookie knows.
I want to rub my butt on a wall type X.
You'd be sitting there rubbing your nipples raw. It's awesome.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. You don't deserve it.
Where's the moral compass right now?
What?
I said, where's the moral compass? We need to readjust and go that way.
Oh, we have one of those?
I mean, I thought we did.
Oh,
Tenant, hold the compass.
What?
I said, did we let the lieutenant hold the compass? Because if the lieutenant
so.
has a compass, we're gonna get lost. Joe.
Ming's handed it to Art. She found one of her old commanders.
Right? No, he wasn't mine, but we were stationed in the same area.
Sure. Handed over the compass, and now we're all lost.
No, true story. Oh, I mean, I don't know. Like, again, he was prior enlisted, so he may know how to land nav. But again, this is tricky because again, that art of land nav and map reading has been kind of lost. So, and then he crossed over to the dark side, so you probably did forget. So,
Pretty soon, no one's gonna know how to throw a hand grenade.
oh my god.
Yeah, don't get me started. Why would we get rid of that? Just
No, do you know why? Because so many kids are throwing them straight down. That drill sergeants apparently, and the only reason I know this is because my roommate Siren is active duty, right? And she's got a couple of her senior NCOs just coming in off of the trail, and they're scared for their fucking lives on grenade day because they've got so many fucking kids throwing these goddamn grenades straight fucking down that they literally are having to pull almost all of these fucking kids over the bunkers and like over the barricades to get away from the fucking live grenades because these fucking kids are not actually throwing them. They're just like, meh, oh, drop.
Okay, but that tells me that. Sorry to interrupt you there, Pookie. It just tells me that they're not taking enough time during the training portion. Crawl, walk, run. Crawl, walk, run. Use dummies over and over and over again until you get to the point where you're ready to throw live grenades. Are we not taking that time to teach these people anymore?
No.
Or are we just expecting them to go out there? Oh, here it is, pull a pin, throw, and then they look like morons.
I don't know. Like, I remember, so I went through basic in 04, right? And I remember, and I went through Fort Leonard Wood. Hooray, Lost in the Woods. And I remember clear as day going through the grenade range. And, like, going through the grenade, like, obstacle course.
Right.
Before going to throw the actual live grenades. And I remember we had to actually show that we knew how to throw the grenade before they would even let us, like, give us the live grenades.
Right.
But again, that was 14 years ago.
Shit.
This is 14 years ago. I was shocked when they took bayonet training out of basic training. That's what blew my mind.
What?
They don't have bayonet training?
Last I heard, they don't do it anymore.
Dude,
but then again, I'm like kind of 2004-ish time frame. Last group that came through told me they don't do bayonet training no more.
Like,
so are we airdropping Tide Pods? Is that how we're winning wars now?
I guess. I don't know. Dude, I got my bayonet stuck in a dummy.
What was his name?
I don't know, but I do remember I stabbed it like I fucking stabbed it so hard I was like, ah, right? Like war face and everything, right? Scary. Right?
Ah.
Yeah. And I stabbed it right and I stabbed it and then I couldn't get it out. And so I let go of my weapon and it stuck parallel to the ground. And it just kind of stood there, stuck into the dummy. And my drill sergeant was like, she started laughing. She was like, are you fucking kidding me? And I was like, I don't, is this right?
Yes, that was right. You stab the enemy and take their weapon because you can't remove yours. Move on.
She walked away. And then my male drill sergeant came over and he was like, "The fuck's wrong with you?" And I was like, "It's stuck. I don't know what to tell you. It's stuck." And he's like, "You better unstuck it." And I was like, "I don't, how?" I had to like fucking get my foot up there. I was like, "Ugh."
Twist and pull, twist and pull. I will not eat them, Tim. I will not eat green eggs and ham.
Shut up.
You now know how a male dog feels when it starts having sex with a female dog. It's stuck.
Oh.
Couldn't pull it out.
Oh, when it's knotted. I know.
Dude, that would suck. Oh god, that would suck. That would suck. Just imagine like that with us.
Ouch. No thanks.
Like at that point, you just want to kind of get off and just roll over and go to sleep, and you're stuck for like an hour. That would suck.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh my god. Right? Forced to just like kind of look at each other like, ugh.
God, we would be
No
forced
way.
to talk. Oh god, I hate that shit.
It would give new meaning to Netflix and chill.
Or if you were behind her, right? Now what do you do? Because now
The optimal viewing
she's like,
of the Netflix would be just like boom.
now she's
Netflix
stuck,
and table.
now she's
top.
stuck
Just
on
use
like
it,
her
just
fucking
use her as a
elbows.
coaster.
Now she's stuck on her fucking elbows, right? Just kind of like like this, while you're behind her, just like do, kind of like slapping her butt, like. Because honestly, what else are you gonna do with your hands while you're back there?
Cause squirt yourself with water. Can you imagine doing the random, like, you know, I just picture this horse walk trying to get to the bathroom to get to the water. It's a random spider move, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Well, that went south really quick.
It did. It did. Y'all motherfuckers. I know my flowers do need water. They're still pretty moist.
Oh.
Oh, do you not like that word? Moist.
I'm good.
Moist.
Moist. No, it's few people, but
Nathaniel brings up a
moist.
great question. What if she has gas during all of that? Great question, Nathaniel.
Just
Bravo.
go for it, man.
You've never been farted on before? I mean, I even got a story about that and floating around somewhere. I don't know.
New meaning to blowing you.
Ooh.
Spanky. Spanky. Moist.
Spanky, I promise I won't use the word moist unless it's on the Donza.
Moist.
She's gonna kill me. She lives right down the street from me. She's gonna kill me.
You'll get beat by a balloon tonight.
I know. It's gonna be amazing. I haven't been beat in a while.
She said it's gonna be amazing. You are a sadist, aren't you?
I mean, yeah, little column A, little column B.
A, B, C, D.
She wants that vitamin D.
I fucking hate y'all, she says.
She wanted the D, so I gave her that diabetes.
Somebody say cake. It was moist.
It was super moist.
Wow. Huh. stretch those cheeks back out. I appreciate that, y'all.
Right?
You need to grow that beard out, man.
You know, I would, but you know, the other half is requiring that I keep shaving.
Oh.
Oh.
You know, she prefers it this way, and I don't mind doing that for her.
Aww.
That's cute because I've been like, get the hell out.
You know, I'll keep doing that for her. You know, she doesn't like the prickly on the stickly, so.
He said the prickly on the stickly.
Damn, I think that whiskey glass was too big.
Are you sure?
You need to up your numbers, man.
This is amazing. Oh my
Isn't it
God.
house cleaning time?
It is. Prickly on my stickly.
That's what she said, lickly.
Oh my God. Nathaniel, my wife told me if I don't shave after I'm out, she doesn't have to either. I told her that's fine.
I mean, the hair smooths out after a while. I mean,
it does. All right, you guys. So tonight, sorry. Obviously, tonight is Friday Night Freedom with myself, Minx, and my voice starts to go. This is great. This is perfect timing. With me tonight is Pookie and Spurs. Fucking hell. Tomorrow is Saturday Night Savagery with Jay Reddy and Pookie. And tomorrow they have Gina Ruggiero from Creative Drill Sergeants. Sunday is the Green Room with Jason and Charlie. Monday is the Monday edition with Ice and Flash. Tuesday is Tied Up Tuesday with myself, Minx, and Gray Cloud and Spurs. You're still with us on Tuesday, right?
I am.
Yes. And we have Tony from Service Women's Action Network. So that's going to be exciting. Wednesday, we don't have a show. We're off on Wednesdays. Thursday, we have Sergeant's Time, and that is with Ice, Mike Golf, and Doc Madness. And then we're right back to Friday Night Freedom with myself, Minx, and Pookie. And Spurs will be with us next Friday as well. All of our shows start at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, also known as 2000 Eastern Time for everyone who doesn't do normal time. So, yeah. That's our show lineup. Those are our upcoming guests. That was our show, you guys. Fuck yeah.
Been awesome. Welcome back. I'm glad you're back and healthy.
Yeah, me too. She's laughed a lot, but there have been no recorded snores. There have not. It's gotten close. It's gotten close to a couple snores tonight. Have not pulled the trigger though.
But she won't eat those green eggs or ham. Gotcha.
There it is.
Son of a bitch. Oh, best stepdad ever. Are you doing an after show tonight?
I bet he won't.
I think we might.
Ooh.
Sugar. All right, you guys. So, that's it for me, and now my voice comes back. Jay Reddy. Jay Reddy's doing an after show. So, if you guys want to stick around, Jay Reddy's going to come and give out some smooth Jay Readiness. So, that's going to be exciting.
Tell me more about this smoothness.
Dude, I don't know. Smooth. Wait, what? Smooth like yak butter?
No.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like the stickly on the prickly.
Stickly. That does not sound smooth. But I know Jay Reddy is like obsessed with fucking yak butter. So.
Yak butter your mom,
Yeah.
and yes, there we go.
Yeah, yak butter. So, y'all hang tight, and Jay Reddy will be on here shortly. So, I'm gonna get off so Jay Reddy can get on. That's what she said. I'll see you guys later.
Shots.